I've been doing business ever since I was like 6 years old. Like I literally started a candy store. A lot of y'all seen that video where I told y'all a lot about that. So like ever since then, I just been on this business mindset, this business path, and I've been making money in different ways. So let me tell you about some of the failures that I made. So very first business was the candy store, right? My mom made me shut it down because the candy man went out of business. Compassion. A lot of times we go out of business because we're too compassionate. We're paying people more than we should be paying them. We're hiring people that's not really adding value to our companies because they're friends, because they're family. Look, you got to be more compassionate about the business that you have. And a lot of times I put so many other people's needs over my own, and it end up hurting my business. Like you got to look like your business. I ain't saying it's a baby, like if it died, you know, you're all heartbroken and you're dead. But like at the end of the day, you need to treat it like it's a child, in the sense of you got to nurture and take care and do what's in the best interest of that business. And so you have to put the needs of that child above the needs of your friends, above the needs of your, you know, your homies, or your needs of your, you know, significant other or whatever, you know. And I ain't talking about your wife or nothing like that, but what I'm saying is maybe your wife want to come work for your company, but she don't have any skill sets, and you're paying her all this big commission, and she's not doing anything to add value to the company. And so at the end of the day, what it comes down to, you have to be compassionate about your business. You can't let no one make your business fail. And when you start to have some type of mindset like that, it'll save you a lot of trouble. Don't let other people hurt your business because of your heart. Another thing I went through, not knowing my numbers. Oh my goodness. It's so many times in business where I thought I was making more money than I actually was. And you know, at the end of the day, I didn't have my numbers in line. And when you don't have your numbers in line, like that's the blood, that's the life, that's the water, that's the food, that's the energy, the battery to your company. And so you got to know your numbers. And because I didn't know my numbers, I end up getting to the end of the year and I was like, man, this is all I made, $175,000. Like, this is it. You know. And so a lot of times, like, you have to take the time to stop and do your numbers. I know it might not be fun, I know it, you know, it's not all entertaining and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if you could take the time to learn your numbers, you will be in a better situation. So numbers. Compassion. Another thing that, you know, really got me in business is like not taking the time to like learn the industry or really study. So a lot of times, like, there's a lot of shortcuts that you could take when it comes to business, and it's great, but when you don't take the time to educate yourself, you will never know these shortcuts. And so, like, there's so many ways that I could have saved money, or I could have made more money if I would have educated myself in the industry before just jumping in. So make sure you go and seek wise counsel. That's another one, wise counsel. Oh my goodness, don't think you know everything. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. So take the time to seek advice. Learn from people, man. Stop being so prideful. Ask questions. Go to seminars. Invest into your brain. I could have saved myself so much time if I just had a good mentor, if I just reached out to somebody and learned from them. At the end of the day, all of this stuff is super important, you know. And so many people are just so miseducated about finances, about money, and all these different things like that. A lot of people don't even know, you know, how much they pay in taxes. I'm just randomly, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, ask or whatever, you know, how much being paid in tax. Let's see what we got going on right here. Or what, I don't think he might be a little bit too young. Hey sir, how you doing? You 18 or older? Huh? Oh, no hablo inglés? Oh, okay, no problem. My audience ain't gonna know then. Take it easy. I was gonna ask him or whatever about how much he pay in taxes, like what percentage it is. But most of my viewers are not Spanish. I speak enough to be able to ask him that, but I ain't y'all ain't gonna understand what's going on. But anyway, but like most people don't know how much they pay in taxes, like what's their percentage and where do they fall. I remember growing up in life, I thought I was like middle income America, and come to find out I was more so towards the low income branch. And And so a lot of people, you know, everybody like to say, hey, I'm middle class, I'm middle class. Do you really know what middle class actually is? What tax bracket that actually is? How much money you need to be making to be considered middle class? And so a lot of people in the world, around the world, don't even know what tax bracket they're in. Oh, and it's not just this country, it's many countries around the world, different classes. They don't know what class they're in. They don't know what things are available to them. They don't know anything because they don't sit here and become financial literate. And so it's so many things. Trusting people. Oh my goodness. Man, look, look, you gotta be so careful about who you trust. People do not always have your best interests at heart. For the most part, they don't have your best interests at heart. They have their best interests at heart, which is natural. But some people get to the point where they take and never give you anything in return. You gotta start cutting folks off. That's another one. Cutting people off. I didn't know how, man, sometimes you go back to that compassion, go back to that heart. You try to stay with people, you try to give them chance after chance after chance, and they let you down. People will let you down. And so, like, man, people will never do for you what you do for them most of the time. And I'm talking about all the compassionate people out there, the people that really give and stuff. Like, everybody want to get something. And then when it's time to collect and it's time to get something back, they ain't never there. And so I learned that, man, or whatever, like looking for people to be able to do unto me as I had done unto them. And not in a sense of like, oh, I'm finna get him this so I can get this back. But it's like, man, okay, I've been helping you all this time or whatever with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. And now I just want one thing at this point and you can't do it for me. Or you be like, oh, I ain't got the time. Or, oh, you gonna have to pay this or that or that. And I'm like, bro, I just did 10 things that help you make $20,000 and you can't do this one thing that's gonna save me $100. Okay, cool. And so, like, you have to stop allowing people to leech out for you. Stop letting them leech out for you because it will hurt your business. Don't let them do it because they're not leeching out for you. They're leeching out for your baby, your business, okay? It's hurting your family. You got to build a legacy. Also, build a team and build a real team, man. Like, and test your teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes back, like, you have to put people through the fire and give them different tests to make them prove. Don't just give people your trust. Like, make people earn your trust. And so many times I've been, stolen from or lied to or whatever. I remember helping somebody, get equipment and different things like that. And when I find out somebody else had, gave them money for the exact same thing that I supposed to give them money for. And so, like, in a way, they stole from me. And not in the way they did. And I ain't even bring it up. I ain't mention it. I just left it alone. And so people do you so wrong if you let them. And so be careful. I got a friend of mine. He had a multi-million-dollar business. And he had somebody doing the numbers. She was stealing money all throughout the years. And then one day, when it was time, some big things happened and he needed the money, all of it was gone. And his business basically went out of business. And he couldn't even get the money back from her. She went and bought houses. She had everything, stacked up cars. She had like $1 million mansion, and she had stole all that man's money because he trusted her too much. He didn't know his numbers and he trusted too much. And so, like, it's so many different things in business. Over investing. Look, sometimes you just go ham with investing, like, oh my God, it's working. Let me put some more money in it. No, slow your roll. Stop trying to grow too quick. Stop trying to go so fast. Look, take your time, nurture your investment, make it grow, do your thing, but don't try to grow too fast. That is not good. It make your insurance go up, like literally like in the trucking industry. There's the thing called rapid growth, where your insurance actually rises when your company grows too fast because they know that your company is probably unstable because you've made all this money or whatever investing into so many different things. But guess what? You didn't take the time to make sure the foundation was still good. So you had a foundation built up for a certain size investment, a certain size house. But then guess what? Your investment got bigger and it started expanding, and you didn't take the time to build the foundation that'll go along with that. And so a lot of times we grow way too fast. Take the time to grow the right way. You see these big old trees or whatever, trees all around this place out here. When you look around, those are big old trees. Those trees didn't get like that in one day. They didn't get like that in 1 year. They didn't get like that in 2 years. These trees are like 30, 40, 50, 100 years old. they take their time to grow. And so when you have a seed, you got to take the time to water it. Don't try to think, oh, I'm going to put more water on it and flood it out and it's going to grow. No, you water it and give it the right amount of water. You give it the right amount of soil, the right amount of sunlight in order for it to grow, okay? Super, super important. What else? Some other things, man, that I've experienced in business made me losing out. Relationships. Not being in a good relationship. You'll be surprised how home spills over into your business. I think Grant Cardone said something like this. Maybe, I don't know. It might have been him. He said something like, businesses don't have problems. People have problems that spill over into their business. So whatever your personal issues is, a lot of times spill over into your business. So if you have, like, say you're disorganized, then your business be disorganized. If you're a thief, then you find ways to cut corners and steal in your company. If you're lazy at your company, so it just spill over. But like a lot of times relationships spill over into your company too. A lot of times, and I do business coaching, so you'll be surprised how business coaching has so much to do with personal coaching, like personal life, like at home coaching. But I'm supposed to focus on the business, but I find out I end up having to do like marriage counseling a lot of times for a lot of different people, and relationship counseling for a lot of people. I remember a guy or whatever, he ended up, cheating on his wife. Told me he was stupid. He had a beautiful, lovely lady. Told me he was stupid for cheating on his wife. But he cheated on his wife. And so I end up speaking to him, speaking to her, doing marriage counseling so he can continue to build wealth. And now, he's wealthy. He's making a lot of money. He's doing great. So he had to get his house in order because it ended up affecting his mental state or whatever, what he was going to do. Because when she was ready to leave him and divorce him for what he had done, he couldn't live with himself. He couldn't do anything, and he know he was wrong. A lot of people, a lot of times you have a wife that don't support your business, or a husband that don't support your business, that's not adding anything to it. They always taking, getting all the money, spending, buying clothes, cars, and not adding anything that's of value to your company or to your business. And so you got to make sure you're with somebody that believes in you, that supports you, not just mentally, but spiritually, financially, all the different areas, emotionally, because business can be draining. So being with the wrong person can cost you your company, for real though. And so there's just so many different life lessons that I've learned through doing business, or through seeing things, through seeing mistakes, being involved in mistakes, taking on too many projects at one time. A lot of times, we like, oh, I want this, oh, I take this project, I can do this, because we're able to do multiple things. But because we don't niche down and take the time to focus on one particular area, we end up being a jack of all trades and a master of none. And so we can't charge those like $10,000 to $250,000 to build a website, because we haven't mastered SEO and with search engine optimization, and we haven't mastered keyword research and all these different things in order to be able to make that website not only just look good with design, but responsive. And I'm giving an example of one of my marketing friends who was teaching me, these things. And so, you have to take the time to niche down and become great at something. Like Google started out with just a search engine. It built that up, got powerful. Then they started coming out with other things. You have your Gmail, with the email infrastructure. And then you start, you have your YouTube and, Google Voice and all these different things now that are out. Chrome, extensions and stuff like that, but they came out with Google first. They built that first. So make sure you build something, make it the best that it can be before you start branching out into 50 other things, and then you never take the time to nurture, and you wonder why the business didn't grow. It didn't work because your mind was scatterbrained, because you couldn't stay focused. You still couldn't stay committed to one thing. So, there's a lot of different things I've learned. These are a couple of things I've learned. I hope you guys have got something out of it. I'm gonna give you my very worst business experience before I go. And if y'all haven't already, click subscribe, whatever, hit the like button if you like it. If you don't, give a thumbs down. Whatever. But anyway, my worst business experience. I had invested into this company. And I went so heavily into this company, over-investing like I was talking about earlier. And I went to the point where I pulled debt in order to invest into this company. And I had got so much in debt, tens and tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars into trying to build this company. And basically, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. and I ended up having to fire a lot of people and do different things like that. It was just like this horrible experience. But it didn't never end. It kept coming. Like, people kept asking me for money. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it was like different things. Like, I had bad contracts that people didn't pay up, but they didn't want to pay up, and I was trying to do the account receivable. It was just so bad. And it was like every week I found out something worse, and it was like I was getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole. And I had literally nearly no one there to help me through. But everybody was there when the business was going good. Everybody was there. Everybody was right there with their hands out. Oh, I believe in you. But when the business failed and when it went down, you didn't get a phone call just to see how you was doing. And so I went through this situation. I got out, you know, I'm a smart investor, so I had different ways and different strategies, and I dug myself out this hole. But I basically risked way more than I was willing to lose. And that was my very, very, very worst business experience, because I had to let so many families go. It was so hard having to let families go. I fired one guy on his birthday, and it wasn't really firing, but it was like, bro, it's nothing else. It's nothing else, you know. And so, like, you know, that particular person, you know, he took it well at the time and everything like that, but it really, really hurt me. But it was really, literally nothing I could do about it. I was powerless to do anything about it except to go further in debt and just get further and further in the hole. And so I pulled myself out the hole. I am who I am today. Obviously, I wouldn't be here like this or whatever and everything, but like, it was just so bad. And so what I learned from that experience is never risk more than you're willing to lose. Everybody that's around you, they support you when you're successful, but when you're failing, when you have nothing, the people that still are there for you, the people that are still supporting you, those are your real allies. Those are the ones. It's easy to have friends when you got money. It's easy to have friends when you're wealthy. It's easy to have friends when everything going right. But the ones that stay down with you when you got nothing, the ones that say, hey, come on, man, I got you. How can I help you? Those are the ones that you want to keep in your circle for life. And it might not be number one of them, if that. All right? So if you guys got any value out this video today, I want you to click the subscribe button. Look, I'm here for you. I'm a business coach. Y'all guys can reach out to me. You know my website, SideSolutions.com. It's always in the description box. Y'all can reach out to me for business coaching to help you grow your company. If you need paid advertisement with marketing, you know, Google ads and stuff like that, you need a commercial shot, just hit me up. But at the end of the day, these videos I'm making for you for free, giving you free advice that I wish somebody would have gave me when I was starting out as an entrepreneur. And so I hope you guys get something good. Hit the subscribe button. Click the little face right there, somewhere around in there. Click the face and you can subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for being here, and don't make the same mistakes that I did.